All right, what's good? It's your boy Bobby W223 here, and just to let you guys know, Zaire is not in the part two of this debate. His boy John Doe, who you heard in majority of part one, that's who I'm talking to in this part. So if you guys want to watch it and hear my points and the things that I said and the points that he said, check it out. I'll try my best to get Zaire to actually do a full debate with me, but I think the dude is scared once he realized what the topics were going to be about, and once he realized that I'm calling his ass out. But we'll see in the future, so stay tuned. So I'm just letting you guys know that right now. All right, check it out.
Thing in my
Okay,
two
so we
cents.
so we had the same
Nintendo
mindset then.
has the when it come down to first party, they the most established company
Exactly.
when it come down to first party exclusive.
hmm
Ain't nobody touching them when it come down to those. You know what I'm saying? It's not the exclusive. See, exclusives don't drop
you want more
every
third
month.
party support is what you're saying.
Without the third party support, a console ain't
How's
gonna
that
last.
Nintendo's fault if third parties are gonna keep fucking them over like that? Of course your game's not gonna sell if you're gonna put half the game out. That's their fault. That's third party's
Because
fault.
most people ain't gonna go. Dude, I play football games heavy. Like right now, I'm on NCAA. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like I'm a football enthusiast when it comes down to football games. You know what I'm saying? I love my sports stuff. You know what I'm saying? I love my MMOs too. I haven't even heard of MMO coming out on the Wii.
That's third party's fault. You can't blame Nintendo for that.
Huh?
You can't blame Nintendo for that. That's third party's problem.
But dude, hold on. So you telling me Nintendo not getting support from third parties is the third party's fault? So
If
it's
they
not
if they decided to put a game on a
Sony.
system, that's their choice. If they decided to put online on a certain system, that's their choice. That's not Nintendo's choice. Nintendo didn't tell the people that are making the new Batman game, "Hey, make sure that you don't put online on our version." Why in the hell would they say that?
But
That
listen, but Nintendo is allowing their game on their platform. You
Well,
know what
yeah,
I'm
because I
saying?
mean, they probably rather have the game than not have it at all. But it's not their choice to not have the online portion on that. That's
But
whatever the studio is making the new Batman game. That's their choice.
I'm pretty sure they can step to the company and be like, "Hey, don't slide it, huh?" So you telling me Nintendo can't step to a third party developer and either get them to put a game, so Nintendo don't have to sell themselves to anybody to get games. You know what I'm saying? They don't
hmm
have to sell their system.
I got two things to respond to that with. One,
No.
uh,
You go ahead. You go ahead. I was asking you a question. Go ahead.
oh no, two things to respond to that. One, like you said, you want to see games like Zelda and games like that or whatever for the Wii, and so Nintendo is probably focusing like far as their first party, second party studios. They're probably so focused on their own shit that they maybe don't have the time to be running to every third party and making sure they're making their version correctly, even though they do that shit just fine with everybody else when they're trying to focus on their own shit. That's one. And two, once again, go back to Sony with the PlayStation 3, when that system, the first couple years of that, there was tons of third party studios that were bitching and complaining about how hard it was to make games on that system because of the cell architecture. And they were bitching about how Sony didn't go to them and help them out because Sony was too busy helping out their studios like Naughty Dog and et cetera, et cetera. They were helping out their own studios to make sure that their games were good, and a lot of those third party studios either didn't make games for the PS3. That's why you saw games like Bioshock exclusive on 360. The first Saints Row and the Mass Effect games. Remember those used to all be exclusive, and you saw a lot of fucked up versions of third party multiplayer on the PS3, especially in the early years. It's because a lot of those studios didn't know how to make games with that cell architecture, and Sony wasn't helping them. But guess what? Once again, you just said the PS3 ended up becoming a very successful system. So why can't the same thing happen with Nintendo when you just agreed that Nintendo is, a better gaming company than Sony, basically?
I didn't say that.
Or whatever you said that they're, they have a strong, lineup of games, this, that, and the other. So why can't the same thing
I said
happen?
they got the most established
Okay,
exclusive.
so if you got established exclusives, wouldn't people want to play those established exclusives because they're established?
Yeah, they're established, but if they're not making any innovations with their system, then people gonna stop wanting to play those. You know, they're not innovating. They just exclusives. We can keep selling. We can push a million Marios. You know what I'm saying? And a trillion Zeldas. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, you have to make leeway. See, dude, it's not the games why people are shunning away from Nintendo. People are not shunning away when it come down to the games that are coming out for the system. People are shunning away for everything else other than the games.
Can you list some of those? Give me some examples.
That's why people not liking the Nintendo. See, you basing it on games, game for game. Nintendo is at the top, but people not buying the system. People not buying the system because
what?
The system itself is not good.
What's wrong with it?
Let's see. No cross game chat.
PS2 didn't have that.
Huh?
PS2 didn't have that.
Huh?
PS2 did not have that, and it's the most successful home console of all time. When Xbox Live shit on the PS2.
On, man. You going back to
Xbox Live's been around since the PS2 days. Xbox Live's been on since the PS2 days. Zaire even said he was gaming back in 02. Zaire was talking about all the time in his videos how he's like, oh man, I've been doing this since 02 on Xbox Live. So there was tons of gamers playing online on Xbox Live.
See, that's what's wrong with Nintendo. People worried about the past. Now, this isn't the past. This is the future. This is stuff you expect from a system. You can't go back to no 2001. Do you know how much stuff has changed? Dude, we got smartphones.
Yeah.
They weren't even thinking about smartphones back then. Go get a
you just cut him.
Phone and tell it, look and put it up next to your smartphone. You know what I'm saying? Just go look at the technology.
And something else too, people need to understand.
You just make a comparison between a Wii U and a PS2. That's the problem.
And another thing too that people need to understand is they're comparing Xbox Live to what Nintendo, when Microsoft has been doing this online software stuff way longer than Nintendo. You know, it's not like Nintendo just been doing this stuff for decades and decades. Microsoft's been doing this. Is what Microsoft is known for, and even Sony knows more about this than Nintendo. So you gotta understand that Nintendo isn't Microsoft. They're not gonna figure it out in one day. Yes, they do need to get their shit together. I'm not saying that, but people need to understand is that they're not Microsoft. They haven't been doing this nowhere near as long.
To get it right.
Huh?
No, over 10 years. 10 years. Over. Dude,
I understand that.
I can see if this happened in 2007, they didn't have it. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't care. This is 2013.
I understand that.
This should be basic. This should be dude. We shouldn't even be questioning whether the Wii U got cross game chat.
I understand that.
Question that. We shouldn't even be having a discussion about this.
That kind of goes into one of my topics about features versus games. It seems like a lot of gamers nowadays are too hung up on features versus just enjoying the games. I understand we want to play together, and the Wii U definitely needs to, once again, I'm not trying to say that, the online's okay in the Wii U, because it's not. They do need to get their shit together. But I think people are almost getting to the point where we're almost too hung up on features instead of just enjoying games. Once again, Zelda is your favorite Nintendo franchise. Zelda's never had no online.
I don't buy single player games, period.
But Zelda's your favorite Nintendo franchise. When has that had online?
Well, Zelda, I told you Zelda's my favorite, but I'm telling you what I don't buy. If I can't jump on a console now, I can jump on my 360. I can jump in a party and talk to my homeboys while I'm playing the game. You know what I'm
We're doing that right now, and I'm not on Xbox Live. We're doing that right now, aren't we?
Right now, I can talk to my dudes. We can chill. You know what I'm saying? I play my single player game.
We're chatting right now, and I'm not on Xbox Live.
I play my campaign mode.
We're chatting right now, and I'm not on Xbox Live. We're chatting right now, and this is not live.
It's not about the games not having multiplayer. It's about the experience that you want to not be on the console.
I understand that.
I want to, like I'm sitting with you right now. We sitting here talking.
Yeah, I'm not on Xbox Live, and yet we're still talking and we're still connected together. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we talking on Skype, but everybody don't got a computer and got to set up so
Wow.
they can do this and do that and do that third. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't going to my sister's house right now. She can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't go around the corner to my
Does your
niece
sister have a smartphone?
niece nephew house. You know what I'm saying? They can't do that.
Does
You
she
know
have
what
a
I'm saying?
smartphone?
Everybody don't got it like we got it.
Does she have a smartphone?
Dude, smartphones is not.
Does she have a smartphone?
Yeah, they got smartphone, but smartphone is not that. The quality of
I'm
the
I'm
chat is
using
not
I'm
like
using
what we
my cell phone
experiencing
right
right
now to
now.
talk to
It
you.
is completely like I say. Right now, you compare apples to oranges once again.
I'm using my cell
Like I
phone
say,
right
if you're
now to
gonna
chat
compare
with you,
apples
man.
to apples, then we can have a conversation. But if you're gonna compare apples to oranges, then there's no discussion.
I'm using my cell phone right now to chat with you. Is the quality okay? Can you hear me? Because I can hear you
Oh, you
just fine.
talking on the cell phone? Shit, your shit real good.
Okay, well, I'm on my cell
Hold on,
phone right
but
now.
are you sitting at the house though?
Nope.
You ain't at the house.
Nope.
Where the hell you talking to me at?
I'm in my car.
Yeah, damn lie.
I'm in my car. You'll see the video.
I
You'll see
can't
the
take you
video later on.
serious,
Don't
bro.
worry.
You ain't in no
You'll
damn
see the
car, nigga.
video
I ain't
later
heard
on.
not
Don't
one
worry,
car
man.
go past.
You'll see the video later on. Don't worry.
Huh?
You'll see the video later on. Don't worry. I'm not lying. But no, you made good points, man. I don't know what happened to Zaire. I guess he just ran off because you know.
Man,
But
like I told you, he seemed like he was gone. He said he took some sleeping pills. So you couldn't tell
what?
that Zaire wasn't all up when you was talking to him?
He
When you
said he
was saying
wanted
he
to
took some
debate,
sleeping
so
pills,
I was like, okay,
no,
that's
no.
he could have rescheduled again. It'd been the third time, but he said he was ready
I
to
didn't
rock
know
and
y'all
roll.
was supposed to do a debate. I wouldn't even. I would have let y'all do your own
Oh,
thing,
that's
man.
yeah. That's what we were talking about the whole time, but I guess he just dipped out. He said he was ready to go, and he said, all right, let's go ahead and debate, and then all of a sudden he just zonked out. I guess.
Shit. You know Zaire, you know what I'm saying? He quicker than that. You know what I'm saying? You should have known by his responses that he wasn't right. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we
But
we talking about this
Zaire
all
a good
day though. He
job.
was
Bro.
he was
You know what I'm
ready
saying?
way early, like hours and hours ago. He said he was ready to rock and roll. So I
Hold
don't
on.
know.
You just had hit us up a couple minutes ago. I heard it in the background that you had hit us up.
Wait, what happened?
I said I heard you call when you called it. When you called, I had heard you in the background. I said, "Who that is?" And then he said, hold on, let me see." So he got on. He said, "Oh, that's Bobby." I said, "Man, invite him in this motherfucker, man."
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but not recently though.
but no, we had this plan like way earlier. But he said he was busy with this, that, and the other and shit. So that's why I jumped in right now.
Oh, okay, okay.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but me, man, it's no biasness in my blood. You know what I'm saying? You see,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
I never
it's
guess
no
you,
way
man.
I don't dislike Nintendo for because one of my franchises on Nintendo, I dislike Nintendo because of what they're doing with Nintendo. You get what I'm saying? With the
Yeah,
company. You know what I'm saying? I feel they should Nintendo with them being strictly a gaming company, they should be so far ahead of Microsoft and Sony. It's
Microsoft and
ridiculous.
Sony also have a shit ton more money, but I see what you mean though.
Shoot, but they made plenty of money. They made the
Oh no,
most
just to
money.
say I see what you mean though.
Nintendo
Yeah, but
ain't hurt you. Sony hurting. Nintendo
yeah,
ain't hurt.
I know. As I said, I see what you're saying, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I feel they should be so far out ahead, man. Shoot, man, I should be walking around with a motherfucking spacesuit playing on that game and shit. You know what I'm
Yeah, you
saying?
know,
I'm
I
just
I
talking
I
shit.
I feel that
But
within
yeah,
like if we get to the end of next year and their shit still isn't together, then there's a problem. But we'll see. This is just the first year. That don't mean shit. Look how much Xbox Live evolved. Even just on the 360 alone. Look how much
yeah.
different it got. Look at the PS3 and how it got better. So you gotta keep that in mind. But within the
See,
next
a
year
lot
or
of people
so,
don't think about this here. I'm gonna give you an example of what you just said. When the Xbox first dropped, Xbox didn't have party chat. That wasn't implemented until what? The end of 2006. You hear me? Where you can actually, well, no, not the, yeah, no, yeah, around about July 2006 is when they put party chat in. Shoot, but let me get back to my game, man.
all right, man.
Shoot, I'm over here in the bowl game, man.
All right, no problem, man. Hey, yo, tell when if Zaire wakes up, man, tell him to stop running from me too, man.
I definitely will, man.
All right, good chatting with you, man.
Yeah, same to you, bro.
All right, peace out.
Yeah.
Bang bang.